Good evening. Tonight we will be discussing banshee. You will notice two different spellings on your screen right now. Both spellings are acceptable, so pick one spelling or the other and stick with it. Be consistent, but know that both spellings are indeed correct. Banshee means fairy woman or woman of peace. She is traditionally presented as the messenger of death, and is often seen as the crone aspect of the goddess, though she is not limited to just one form. She is most often seen as having long, streaming hair and a gray cloak over a green dress, though of course she is not limited to this form. Her eyes are often red from her continual weeping, and she announces death with a specific cry of death. That cry varies a little depending on the region of the people worshipping her. Her cry heralds death, but she does not cause the death she announces. So sometimes banshee can receive a little more, not necessarily hate, but a little more dislike than she has perhaps earned, as she is not the cause of death. She just lets you know it's coming. Banshee can be benevolent when she loves those she calls to their death, and she can appear as a young woman, welcoming and warm. She can sing the dying gently to sleep with a low, soft chant, giving notice of the proximity of death with a tenderness of tone that reassures the dying and comforts the survivors. It is a welcome rather than a warning, so she is not evil. She just lets you know that something is coming, and that something isn't always wanted. In other incarnations, she can also herald evil, though this is not as common as her heralding of death. In some myths, if anyone sees her before she sees them and manages to get between her and the water, she will then have to grant them 3 wishes. She will also answer any 3 questions put to her, but then she will ask 3 questions in return, and these must be answered honestly. There are many other versions of banshee in other areas of Europe. In the Highlands of Scotland, she is often called Benia, which roughly, very roughly, translates to little washer by the ford. She is often seen by the side of the river, washing the clothes of those about to die, and more often than not, these clothes are stained with blood. Benia is a small woman dressed in green with red webbed feet. She is just one other incarnation of banshee. This type of character exists in many mythologies throughout the world. Thank you for watching. Tune in next time when we discuss Brihit and her place in Irish mythology. Blessed be.